channel that YouTube deleted back in March reinstated with desktop access. I am so happy right now. I just pray that no other channels get deleted and this one stays here forever now. Like, oh my god, it's been such a huge ordeal, like losing access to this channel live, but finally I got it back. Like, we're in June now and it's March that I couldn't have access, so I thought I was going to lose it forever. But I am so happy to be here live with you once again. I didn't give up, so never ever give up on your dreams. So today I want to discuss with you a viewer question, which is, can an asexual be converted? But first, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Burmy, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book. And this is a great introduction to asexuality and explains all about love, life and sex from an asexual viewpoint. So, yeah, viewer question then. I hate this question, but anyway, can an asexual be converted? Absolutely not. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that's the lack of sexual attraction. This means we don't get the need, urge or want for partnered sexual intercourse, right? It's not something that can be fixed because it's not a problem. It's not something that needs to be converted and changed because it is fundamentally who we are. Just like you can't make a gay guy be attracted to women if they're just attracted to guys, right? Like, some gay guys, they do have certain aesthetic attractions and stuff like that for women. But, you know, like, if a guy is just attracted to a guy and wants sex with a guy only, then you can't convert him into wanting sex with a woman, right? You can't convert and change anyone. The fact that a viewer is writing this is really alarming me, right? Because you shouldn't want to change anyone. So then they were posing the question, so what if they were aromantic and wanted to be more romantic, for example, right? At the end of the day, you have to accept yourself for who you are. You can't try and make yourself something you're not. So whether you're trying to convert someone else or convert yourself, you have to accept and embrace who you are. Not try and force change, right? There are some people on the asexual spectrum, the aromantic part of the asexual spectrum, called cupioromantic. A cupioromantic is someone who doesn't experience any romantic attraction at all, but they strongly desire a romantic relationship. You can't change that person into being romantic. They desire a romantic relationship without being romantic. That's the whole point of their orientation, their sub-identity within the aromantic spectrum, and which is also part of the asexual spectrum. But you can get aromantic sexuals and aromantic asexuals, right? But if you take the asexual spectrum, there's, like, you know, the aromantic part of the asexual spectrum going, you know, to the romantics, right? So you have a romantic orientation and you have sexual orientation, but they cross over in terms of the asexual spectrum, where you've got the aromantic asexuals, the romantics, the grey and demis, if you like. That's how I like to think about it anyway. That's how I like to explain it. So aromantic part of the asexual spectrum is obviously full aromantic asexuals. You know, they don't experience any romantic attraction whatsoever. Then we got the grey romantics. They only experience romantic attraction under limited, rare or specific circumstances, but not enough to want to act on it. And then we got the demi-romantics. A demi-romantic has to have a deep emotional connection and bond before they can feel romantic attraction. But once they feel that, they're very usually dedicated to that person. And then we have, obviously, I just mentioned cupioromantic. So cupioromantic, like I said, is someone who experiences no romantic attraction, but they desire a romantic relationship, usually strongly, right? So you have to understand that you should never want to convert anyone. Like, if anyone says to me, like they did, a viewer said, can an asexual be converted? For me, that's just a huge trigger. Like, why would you want to convert anyone? That word is disgusting to me, right? You know, you shouldn't want to manipulate and change anyone to be anything, right? And even trying to convert yourself, if that's the way you are thinking, it's just wrong. You have to accept yourself for who you are, right? Make the changes you want to make, but you can't fundamentally change who you're attracted to. right? You know, you are attracted to who you're attracted to, right? If you love someone, you love someone. You can't help but love them, right? So, you know, some people change, but they change naturally. It's not forced, it's not a conversion. You know, the word conversion or converted to me sounds a bit cultish, you know? It's like, we will convert you, we will mind manipulate you into being something you're not, you know? So I get very alarmed by anyone who uses the word convert. And as we know in the asexual community, there are a lot of people that want to fix us, that think their dick, for example, excuse my language, is going to suddenly magic us to not be asexual anymore. We're going to absolutely love sex. Because who wouldn't like being with their bit inside them? It's like, ugh. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't convert someone from being asexual to not asexual just because you have sex with them. Or hopefully you don't if they don't want it. You know, you should never want to change someone. I get very distressed when I hear a lot of people, like guys, say, oh, you just haven't tried me yet. You just haven't had sex with me. Right? This is very damaging. Asexuals are beautiful as they are. They don't need to change. They don't need someone manipulating them and trying to force a change on them. If anyone wants to convert anyone, I'd ask them to look within themselves in the mirror and say, what the hell is my problem that I want to change people to what I think they should be? Right? Asexuality is a beautiful, beautiful sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. I am so proud to be asexual. I love being asexual. I would never not want to be asexual. If someone gave me a choice, but asexuality isn't a choice, it's usually a sexual orientation that you're born with in the majority of cases, but didn't realise it. But you know what I mean? If someone gave me a choice and said, would you be asexual or would you choose not to be asexual? I choose to be asexual every single time. I am so proud that I don't like sex, don't want it, don't need it, but I have had it in the past. If I wanted it again, I could have it again, but I don't want it again because I'm very repulsed by it these days, right? It's not my cup of tea. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in being with a guy's mind, his soul, his spirit, his smile, his manners, his aura, his personality. I'm interested in the way his mind works. I'm interested in him as a person. I'm interested in being intuitively connected to him. I'm interested in pretty much most things that have got nothing to do with the body, but I love kissing. I do love being close physically, like hugging, kissing, cuddling. I do love all that. I love lots of kissing, as you know. Hyper romantic, hyper kisser. But quite unique in that way, you know? But, you know, I don't have any need for genitalia. It's not my thing. I'm really not interested in it. Right? It's just there as that's a person, right? They can keep that for themselves. I'm really not interested in it, right? Like, I like guys from the waist up. Right? You know, I like stroking his hair and kissing his sweet lips and, you know, kissing his earlobes and stroking his shoulders. That's the type of thing I'm sensual with the guy's upper body, not interested in the waist down, you know? It doesn't do anything for me. Yes, if I was sat in between his legs, I'm okay with that. Sat on his lap, I'm okay with that. Bodies intertwined with clothes on, I'm okay with that. So close body contact with clothes on, I'm okay, but I don't want down below to be the focal point. You know, I just want to be with a person because I love and adore them so much, from my heart to theirs. You know, there's no obstacles in the way, it just is, right? So, you know, for me personally, I don't understand why anyone will want to change anyone or force a change. Conversion is like pushing someone to change themselves, to go from one thing into another. It's like a manipulation. You know, it's something that's forced, not natural, right? Asexuality is beautiful. Asexuals are beautiful. They don't need to be fixed. There's nothing broken about them. They don't need to be converted and changed because they're okay as they are, right? They're okay as they are. There's nothing wrong with them. I actually think asexuals are so awesome, even though I'm one myself, because we are so friggin' different. Like, well, 1%, a recorded 1% of the population, that's like 1 in every 100 people, right? And it's just like incredible to think that we're so different. You know, there's just so many people in the world. But, you know, it's like, for example, I've got such a unique personality. There's only one Sandra Bellamy, right? That's my real name, Sandra Bellamy, aka Asexualise, right? We've all got unique personalities, right? And asexuality makes up that part of that unique personality, or it does mine, you know? You know, with all asexuals, they're very different. They're very loving. They're very kind. I love being in the asexual community. I love being in asexual groups, running my own asexual groups. I just love being around asexuals. They've got a different mindset a lot of the time. They've got different emotions and feeling. I can't emotionally connect to sexual guys like I can asexual guys. I just can't do it in the same way. Like sexual guys, they don't seem to be able to emotionally connect. It seems like the sexual side, the sexual love, is just emotionally detached in my personal experience. Whereas asexual love is like full on emotional attachment, which yeah, can be really scary, but I would rather have full on emotional attachment and connection, if you like, than be with someone who I just don't feel emotions with, who can't connect with them emotionally. I can't fully love someone who I can't connect with emotionally. It just can't happen for me. Asexuals love through a deep emotional connection. And so if we seek a partner out for a relationship, we need to make sure we're emotionally connected to them to give us the best possible chance of having a long-term, serious, committed relationship. Because when two people connect in such a deep, profound, emotional way, especially if it's someone on the asexual spectrum and another someone on the asexual spectrum who both need an emotional connection. So, for example, a demi-romantic needs a deep emotional bond to feel romantic about a person. A demisexual needs a deep emotional bond before they can feel sexual attraction towards someone, which might suit, you know, a relationship with sexual might suit them, right? But for me personally, I cannot connect as well emotionally to sexual guys as I can asexual guys. It's just not the same. And I think obviously for me personally, I find it harder to trust sexual guys. I really don't want to be with a sexual guy in a relationship. I want to be with an asexual guy. I'd feel a lot more comfortable and confident and happy being with an asexual guy, you know. I thought about could I be with a sexual guy, but I just don't see how I could. I don't think they're trustworthy. They're like a lot of secret stuff. I just don't think like long term that would suit me at all. Like I could probably maybe date some sexual guys occasionally or kiss them in clubs and stuff like that, or meet up with them just as friends. But as far as actually serious committed long term relationship, I can't see that ever happening because I just don't feel the same way about them. And you know, I just think asexuality is so beautiful, you know. But no one should be trying to change anyone or convert someone to be something they're not. Change always has to come from within. So obviously a sexual orientation is a sexual orientation. You can't make a gay guy straight. You can't make a lesbian straight. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't change people who they are fundamentally what they are, right? And who they are. But if you want to make any changes in your life in general to yourself, you can make changes to yourself, but you can't change other people. We shouldn't be looking to control or manipulate other people. We should be looking to express our opinions, our feelings, or emotions, you know, but we should never be looking to change someone. And if anyone's thinking about changing an asexual, I'd say seriously, asexuals are not the one with the problem, but you are, because you shouldn't be looking to convert or change anyone. Right? You can't make yourself something you're not, right? You can't force yourself to be something you're not. There's some asexuals who don't have any romantic feelings, right? That is okay. I have romantic feelings, and if you don't have romantic feelings, that's okay. Now, I'm a romantic person, so I can have romantic feelings. I have romantic feelings for everyone. You know what I mean? But everyone is beautiful in their own right. And I know some asexuals who don't experience romantic attraction would like to experience it. And I know it can be really difficult, but you have to understand that your difference is your beauty and that whatever type of asexual you are is okay. And that you can still find, for example, if you don't want a romantic relationship or you don't experience romantic attraction, you could still find a companion for life. Someone to share the ups and downs with, the good times, the bad times, someone to care for you and support you in your hour of need. You know, someone who's just there for you, right? At the end of the day, that's what matters most throughout life, is that if we want a relationship, which some asexuals don't want one, don't need one, not going to have one, but if we want a relationship, we need to be having someone who's like our bestest friend, who's like our companion and who makes us feel good and supported and who listens, who takes on board things that you say, and who really wants to grow a relationship and move it forward, who sees it as a beautiful thing, no matter what form that takes. All that matters in terms of relationship is between the people in the relationship, right? So you can have whatever type of relationship you want. It can be romantic or it can be non-romantic, right? Some asexuals are with sexuals in relationships and it still works. Sometimes without sex and sometimes with sex, right? So you have to understand that everyone in their own rights throughout the whole world is beautiful as they are. No one needs to be converted or changed to something they're not. Once the world starts accepting asexuality for what it is, once we start accepting ourselves for who we are, and everyone starts accepting that people are just different to them, then the world can grow and develop into being a much more beautiful, safe and happy place. And that's what I really, really want for us in life. I want us to feel happy, safe, confident. I want us to feel absolutely friggin' amazing just for being ourselves. Because it's our quirkiness, it's our individuality, it's our difference. It's just is beautiful. You know, I want you to know how beautiful and special you are. I want you to know that it's okay to be asexual. I want you to know that it's more than okay. It's amazing. It's incredible. I want you to light up the sky with your asexual beauty. I want you to feel the beauty of your asexual heart. I want you to feel it beating so beautifully, and I want it to caress you in a wealth of happiness, abundance and joy. I want you to literally just embrace and hug yourself so much for who you are. No one should try to change you or manipulate you or make you something you're not. And no one has the right to try and force you to change or even want you to change. It really upsets me when people cannot see the beauty of people. It really upsets me. It's like, why can't you just see how beautiful that person is? Why can't you see what's in front of you? Why can't you just see everything about them is just beautiful in their difference? Their difference is their beauty. You know, there's so many beautiful beings in this world. If people would only look and see it, right? There's so many different types of people, you know. Before I came to asexuality, I have to admit that I wasn't as open-minded as I am now. But thanks to the asexual community, thanks to the asexual journey of my life, then I am so much more open-minded. And the more you're open-minded to other people and people being different, the more you embrace your own differences. The more you can accept things about yourself that maybe before you couldn't, or you found difficult, or you didn't understand, the more you can understand and embrace other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions. The more you can care about others, the more love you can give to yourself, the more you can give to others. The more you appreciate yourself, the more you appreciate others. The less you try to change others, the less you'll need to change yourself. The more you accept others, the more accepting of yourself you become. See how this works, right? So please don't think you can change asexuals or convert them or fix them when there's absolutely nothing wrong. Everyone is different. Everyone is beautiful in and of their own right. And if you want to try and convert yourself, stop being so hard on yourself. Accept yourself for who you are in that moment, right? Be the change you want to see in the world when you can actually change. But when you can't, just accept what is. Just love yourself with all your might and all your strength, and just be so happy to be you. So happy to be you. Right? Because no one does you better than yourself. No one is so incredible as you, but you. So anyway, I hope you've liked this video. I hope you found it useful, helpful, insightful anyway. If you have, please hit the like, thumbs up button. Really appreciate that. I'd love to hear any comments that you have below this video. Please do post them below. If you haven't yet got a copy of Asexual Perspectives, please go and get it. It's on Amazon, also in Barnes & Noble and Waterstones. You can order it from those sites. Don't forget, next month, July, is Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. So I will be reading some of the stories, parts of the stories, bits of the stories in this book all month next month as a celebration. So you can read along with me if you get the book. It's on Amazon. Type in Asexual Perspectives, right? So anyway, it's great to be back live with you. I love you lots. I'm so glad to be here live streaming again and be able to chat to you again. Like, you wouldn't believe I have missed you so darn much. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next live stream or video. In the meantime, take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.